Welcome back, Frank. Bienvenue. And I'd love to ask about influencers because I know we all are impacted over years and years by different influencers in sometimes in a second, sometimes all the whole life basically. So can you share with us maybe two or three people that have been influential in your journey in your life?
Sure. I think, as I said before, I'm a man of the word, of the writing and the reading, and then it had to be that. Your question was actually quite difficult when I thought of it. What's an influencer? And do I really have an influencer? Not one, but I've been kind of shaped by things that happened to me. And one thing that happened to me quite a lot when I was younger is read a lot of things. And one hero I really admired is Edmond Dantès. He's in Alexandre Dumas' Comte de Monte Cristo. I don't even know the title in English actually, but it's basically some person that has such as an event of a life of misery until somehow he gets rich and gets revenge in a way, but never gives up and still has this kind of will to do good, even though he's been damaged by life, basically. Yeah. So I think this was kind of on top of this, it's fantastically written and it's full of imagination, and you can picture yourself in misery and in richness, castles, etc. So I like that. The same goes for Arsène Lupin. That's Maurice Leblanc. He's also one of my favorite heroes. And Sherlock Holmes. This you might have heard of. Sherlock Holmes, of course, by Shakespeare, as we all know. And it's something which is also picturing incredible heroes that always make impossible things happen. Things that should not happen, or they pretend that it happens. They make it look like it's happening, or understand the thing that cannot be understood. So that's one clear influence. And then still in the literature, more for the fact that they are very much centered into human beings, and that it's okay to be a human being, to have flaws. It's okay to have flaws, and you can still be loved, and you can still laugh, and you can still be serious, but still not take yourself seriously. It's Pierre Desproges, who is a famous French humorist. And he was the guy, he was actually diagnosed with a cancer, and he was the guy always starting things like, so happy I don't have cancer, all this type of thing. But he had cancer, which is such a strong black humor and way of getting rid of the burden. And the other one being Kavanagh, who has this François Kavanagh, also a writer, has this power of writing that makes you want to cry at some point when it's going really bad, but also makes you laugh to tears at the same time. And also somebody who loves human beings. So I think that explains maybe my interest for human beings, whatever they are, and being the main source of activity around here. They should be taken care of. And then more on the resilience side, I'm also a fan of car racing, amongst other issues. One particular pilot I admire a lot is Niki Lauda. Simply, it's more on the resilience side. He kind of lost almost his life in a car crash, and he was a long time in recovery, and he had the strength to get better despite horrible pains. He wanted to get better, so he took treatments that make him better, and he got back to the track, and he won again. And this is something I want to do, even if I get a bad year, or like COVID happens when you start your business. That kind of happened to us. You show resilience, you don't give up, and you always think of what's going to be the positive future, and you make it happen. So this is one of my heroes for sure.
Well, I will give you the prize for probably the most interesting influencers of
really
everybody I've talked to, and they all have some common thread about humanity. It sounds like to me.
Yeah, that's good.
That obviously is really, really important. So I truly appreciate you sharing that. Thank you.
You're welcome.